Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be continuing with my album here, my journal album. So today we're going to decorate the pages, we're going to make the cover. I already have some other pieces cut out. So we are going to finish this album today. So I hope you guys stay tuned and let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and get started by taking off that cover page because I decided I wanted to add this pink kind of mirrored paper to the front cover. I will add it to the back eventually as well, but for now I'm going to get started on making the shaker part of my donut album. So I have my acetate cut out, I have my layering pieces that I'm currently gluing to my acetate. I also have my foam cut out and the background piece as well, which is like the lighter shade of pink. But right now we're gluing down the layering pieces and then we're going to do a little bit of glue cleanup. Even though it's going to dry clear, I feel like it still leaves a little bit of a mark, especially on the acetate. So I just wanted to make sure to get that cleaned up and off of there. And then I ended up die cutting my foam again because it didn't cut all the way through. Normally this foam cuts really well, but I was actually trying a new die cutting mat, which I don't know how I feel about it yet. But anyway, I am gluing the foam down to my donut and I kind of missed and got glue everywhere. So we're going to have to set this aside and let it dry while I go on to the next piece, which here I am just adding in a vellum piece that I die cut out just to add a little bit more interest in between the journaling pages. And then I am taking out the back cover, to which I am also adding in this mirrored pink paper just to have it uniform with the front cover and the back cover. And I also added in my logo sticker to that as well, which was kind of out of frame. So I apologize about that. But now I am taking out my crocodile. This is just an eyelet setter, and I have my eyelets here with 3/16 inch size. So I punched a hole, I put in my eyelet and set the eyelet, and then I just kind of made this thing look more like a tag. And then I added in some seam binding, and then we just threw that back in there. Then I also went to the other one where I had kind of like a tuck spot where the tag. And I'm doing the same thing. I just set an eyelet in there and I'm going to find some seam binding. I was thinking red at first, but I decided to go with this like darker red color and threaded that through. And now I'm going to go through and do some decorating, or nope, I'm not doing decorating yet. I'm doing these journal spots. So I did this in my coffee albums, if you guys did see that video, where I was making them like junk journal themed, and I really liked it. So I ended up doing it here too, where I just took some white scraps, I teared the edges and made it kind of look all more like rough and stuff, and then I used some scraps that I had from the pink dyed paper, and I'm ending up adding it in between that and on top of it, and I did stitch on them off camera, but they are stitched so that they stay in place. Then I am going through my album. I added in a cut apart, and then I decided I'm going to add in some ribbon. As I mentioned in my previous video in part 1, I think I mentioned that I wanted to add in ribbon to these pages that do flip out and have like the flip out pages, just so the person that will get this knows that it's a flip out page. Then I'm going through the album. I'm going to add in some trims. Here I decided on a gold sequin trim. And I'm just using Fabri-Tac as my glue to attach these trims. So I cut off the edge, lost the sequin, put the sequin back. That's just what happens with the sequin trims. So then I am going through and I'm thinking of decorating. And I was going to add in like a little piece, like a tuck spot, but ended up just adding in one of those cut aparts into another pocket. And then I am adding in some pom-pom trim. So I was going to do white here, but I decided it was too much white, so I went with a pink pom-pom trim. But on the other pocket, I decided I will do a white trim after all. So we got pink trim, we got a white pom-pom trim, and it just works well in the album, which I think looks really cute, and I love the pom-pom trim. Now I'm going through the album, adding in some more cut-aparts in the pockets, in the tuck spots, in the belly bands. I'm also adding in I will be adding in some little like ephemera pieces as a tuck spot. So here I was just figuring out what to put there, but I decided on this heart. So I only glued part of it down so that it can be a tuck spot as well. And then I'm just continuing going through the pockets, adding in more cut-aparts and things like that, and I'm just using the Lucky Us ephemera pack that I have, and it's just got a lot of cut-aparts in there. I also added that Be Mine sentiment as a tuck spot, and then I realized, hey, I need another ribbon for this part that's like a flip out page, so I added a ribbon just so the person receiving it, or whoever does purchase this eventually, if I do decide to sell it, just so they know that that's an opening page. And I'm just continuing going through this album, adding in things, decorating a little bit. I had those ticket things and I decided to throw that into a pocket as well. Then I was like, oh wait, I need another ribbon here because this is another interactive page, so I added another ribbon, and then I'm continuing going through adding more cut-aparts and then some more trim to this top pocket thingamabobby, and my sequins fell off, so then we had to do some damage control and to get the sequins back on. Alright, moving on guys, this is a long voiceover and I feel like I'm talking a lot, but I'm going to talk through this whole entire thing until I'm talking in the video again. So, I'm going through, continuing to add more cut-aparts. I'm using a variety at this point, so I used some of the Lucky Yes ephemera. I used some of the ephemera from like a Valentine's Day collection I had from Michael's from one of the paper pads because I had some scrappies left. And then I decided to do a little bit of cleanup because now we are going back to making our shaker. And I actually decided that I'm going to have like a white piece in the background, which you guys will see in a little bit. I will cut that out, but for now I am cutting out a heart because I'm like, ooh, this is going to look cute for some decoration. So I cut out that heart. Adding in some sequins into my shaker piece. This I actually just received in a swap from my secret Cupid swap. So thank you, Crystal, for making this beautiful sequin mix for me. So I added that in there, glued on the top, let it sit and dry for a little bit, and then I decided to paste that onto this white background and then onto my foiled paper. So we ended up covering a lot of that foiled paper, but it's fine. I think it looked better with the white background than it did before with all the pink and the foil and then mirrored paper and stuff, so I think it just looks better this way. Then I am going through some more of my cut-apart pieces and ephemera things. This one's actually from the main Squeeze collection, I think, that little I Love You piece, and I just cut it out into a banner. Now I'm adding in some double-sided tape on the back because I'm putting on some holographic kind of thread, and I'm just threading it around the I love you sentiment in like a X kind of shape, which you guys would maybe kind of see eventually, but that's all I did there, just to add a little bit more interest to that, and I think it looks super cute. Then I'm starting to glue down the cutie piece, and then I'm going to glue down the I love you piece, but I'm going to add some foam first, so I'm just gluing that down. And then I'll stick it to my album. So now I'm just adding in some final decorating touches. I found this little like sweetheart looking thing from the Lucky Us collection that says Hugs and Kisses, so I glued that on the left hand side. Then found some of these puffy glitter hearts I decided to throw on the cover as well because I was like, ooh, these look cute. So I glued them down with some hot glue, stuck back in this cover, and now I'm going to do a little bit of a flip through showing you guys what we worked on today. So we added all these cut-aparts, we added all these trims, we added all these ephemera and decorating and ribbon and tuck spots and all that fun, wonderful stuff. We all did that today. But if you guys want to see more of a detailed flip-through, I do have a video. It will be linked down below, but I do already have this video posted on my channel showing you guys a full detailed flip-through of this donut album. And part 1 is also linked down below in case you guys want to see how I made the album as well. Alright guys, so that is everything for my journal, my Valentine's Day donut journal. Again, I used this die from the Craft Store, and I'm going to have it linked down below. I will also have part 1 linked down below of when we made the pages, because today was just decorating. And yeah, I will do a final flip through video on my channel so you guys could see it in detail. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for joining me and watching this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next crafty video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.